about Richard Jefferson. He said, well, I went on a winning streak with him. I'm comfortable with this guy. So he's super happy with his lineup. He's super comfortable with his lineup. On the other hand, you got Joe Moore using some of the best cards in the game. He loves his pink diamond Kristaps Porzingis cards. So I'm super excited to see how experience versus excitement over cards plays out.
The 2K fans voted, and they gave the slight edge to the class guy. So I want to know your prediction for the winner tonight. Robbie, I want somebody, and I want you to tell me who you're voting for right now.
I was 0-1 last year. I picked Turn Up, and he lost, so I'm really not good at this. But I'm going to say class guy. She made me, okay?
All right, well, I got a chance to sit down with both finalists to see how they prepared. Congratulations. How are you feeling today?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics squaring off against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And Kemba Walker said he never expected to be a superstar in this league. But, Shaq, that's exactly what he's become.
Well, listen, he's kept working, and when the losses piled up, instead of pointing fingers at Kenny, he looked in the mirror and said, Shaq, you're beautiful. How can I get better?
Well, I'm not sure if I call Kemba a superstar yet, but a budding star is a better term. His development as a shooter has opened up the rest of his game, and he turned a weakness that he had at one time to a strength.
This Kemba.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Walker.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. Ron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue. They're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistry, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Bradley in at the 1.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Walker. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Knocked loose. Hayward kicks to Brown. goes up at the stripe. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Here's Bradley. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Some athleticism on display. Jason Tatum, the speed, the strides on the drive.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Walker the pass to Hayward. Celtics passing it around. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. Walker's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Davis, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Walker finds Hayward. Six to shoot. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
You know, for Los Angeles, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a rest for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
2-2.
And the first one drops.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Here's LeBron. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And that one's good by LeBron.
You love the focus from LeBron James. He's near the rim, so he's got to use his size and his skill to full advantage.
Walker dishes to Brown. Outside, Smart. Brown feeling out a bit. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backcourt. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things differently?
Well, probably two guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has in his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great example. That's good from Tice. So it's the Lakers now. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. And the second free throw, good. And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Back to Rondo. Kuzma, left side. Brown against Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Brown. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Oh my goodness, Kevin. Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Now here's Howard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Kuzma. Rebounded by Smart. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. "50 seconds left here in the first quarter. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. From 13, and again it's Boston converting.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Here's Kuzma, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's the Celtics as they end the first quarter with a 13-5 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think, believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Boston, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. So it's the Lakers now after Enes Kanter's miss. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's blocked by Brown.
Wow, twice on the pipe. Jaylen Brown with a message for the offense. Nice.
And the Lakers with some changes. Davis comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Green in for Alex Caruso. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. The Celtics with the lead. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And the first one at the line is good. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Here's Kanter, following the basket by LeBron James. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got the lead up to 5 now for Boston.
Well, this guy's so good at making great decisions. Jason Tatum on the catch and shoot. That's nice.
James with it, now guarded by Tatum. LeBron against Tatum. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Tatum. Goes up the baseline, and they pick up 2. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
With good defense on you, you've got to stay locked to the rim. Jason Tatum does just that.
Cook, the pass to Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Walker the pass to Tatum. From 18 feet away, here's Kanter. The shot, no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Pass to Davis. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's LeBron. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
Wanamaker, the pass to Kenny. Back to Wanamaker. Outside, Walker.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Kuzma finds James. Now, here's Green from downtown. And Cancer pulls it down. Up top, Tatum. A rebound by the Lakers. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for LeBron. Bradley's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Quinn Cook. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Brown is checked in for Brad Wanamaker. And Smart subbed in for Walker. Now here's Tatum. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Boston, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 4. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. That shot, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smart goes in. Great D that time from Rondo. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And Rondo is a problem in that pick and roll, picking the defense apart with his passing.
From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
More often than not, Ernie, LeBron tries to involve his teammates early. And he came in ready to shoulder the load tonight. Terrific all-around performance in the first half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Now, here's Walker. Tatum kicks to Brown. Over Green. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Brown.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown. The aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude, tremendous.
Here's Bradley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one drops. Davis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Just his first attempt. He's off on that one. And it's the Lakers the other way.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Here's Walker after the basket by the Lakers. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Pass to McGee. Dishes to LeBron. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
First free throw is good. So it's such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Dad.
And Davis puts it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
And the Celtics making a change here. Wanamaker's checked in. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
And they really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Walker dishes to Brown. Second chance shot. Caruso grabs the miss.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Celtics trail by 12. Walker with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Bradley against Walker. The pass to Tatum. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Tatum's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
This, to me, is an area that Jason Tatum really worked on. That three-pointer now one of the most dangerous aspects of his game.
Davis, the pass to LeBron. To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Walker the pass to Wanamaker. McGee with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And finished off by Davis.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Brown. 8 points for him. Down low, here's Wanamaker, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley. And then for Boston, Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Kuzma. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Lakers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Cantor checked in for the Celtics. And that one misses. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the 3rd pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Here is Rondo after Ennis Cantor's basket. Caldwell Pope kicks to Caruso. From outside the arc, incontaneous Caldwell Pope with a 3. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Here's Wanamaker. He's covered by Rondo. Williams looking around to the inside. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. And Kuzma slams it in.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. And when he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Pass to Williams. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Williams. Puts it up from 15. Rebound the Lakers.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
A 3-ball, and Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Rondo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's Brown. On deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And the quickness and long arms of KCP, he does a good job of getting into the shooter.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Williams, and it's Smart in at point. Now here's Howard. They kick it out to Green, clock at 4, and again it's the Lakers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Smart passes to Tice. Brown outside. 11 feet away. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Green missing. Brown against Rondo. Looking to end his cold spell. It's stolen by Rondo. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Poked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Celtics with possession here. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Caldwell Pope kicks to Green. Outside Rondo. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. I think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin. And the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell. In no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Yes, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. LeBron's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Bradley subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brown. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Pass to LeBron. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Green against Walker. A floater. He lays it in.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
It's Bradley on the wing. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. With the teardrop, and yes, it's good.
How about the soft floater? Avery Bradley timing what can be a difficult shot.
Walker finds Hayward. Walker with it, guarded by Bradley. Walker's shot is off.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here is McGee. He dishes it to LeBron. And that's going to be a travel. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Tatum. Back to Smart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now, not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there, you're correct. Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. Celtics trail by 21. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter, and it's sent back by Howard.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Now, here's Bradley. Pass to Howard. The pass to Caruso. Now, here's Bradley. Passes it to Howard. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now, Green misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, you know, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. You know, we were trying to stop a lot of the actions, and, you know, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.